Sean Diddy Combs had a pretrial hearing yesterday, and one eyewitness was shocked at his new appearance. Also, Jay-Z is worried about evidence destruction. We have an update for you.
He appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. He appeared grayer a little bit as well, too. But again, he appeared just like how you would expect Diddy to appear for a hearing.
Imagine this. Sean Diddy Combs, the man who once defined wealth and power, walks into a courtroom and no one can believe what they're seeing. He looks nothing like the Diddy we know. Frail, thinner, graying hair. He's completely unrecognizable. What happened to the music mogul who seemed untouchable? Stick around because this story is nothing short of shocking. When Diddy showed up in court recently, it left everyone stunned. This wasn't the confident, sharp-dressed icon we're used to seeing. Instead, he looked tired, aged, and worn down. His face was thinner, his hair was graying, and his energy was completely gone. But even in the middle of all this chaos, there was a moment that hit everyone hard. Diddy glanced at his son with a look of concern and silently mouthed the words, "Are you okay?" His son gave him a small nod and made a heart gesture back. It was a quiet but powerful moment between a father and son surrounded by so much pressure. Right now, Diddy is being held in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. It's known for being one of the toughest facilities in the country. Definitely not a place anyone would want to end up. He'll be staying there until his trial, which is scheduled for May 2025. Now let's turn to a reporter from Law and Crime who was right there outside the courthouse during the hearing. She's got all the details and a first-hand look at the intense moments as they unfolded.
Appeared just astonishingly thinner, which you can expect to be inside a federal detention center for a couple months now. A lot different from the luxury lifestyle that he was living before, but he appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. He appeared grayer a little bit as well, too, but again, he appeared just like how you would expect Diddy to appear for a hearing. He, when he came inside the courtroom, you know, he hugged his attorneys. He especially hugged Anthony Rico. Then he had hugged Alexandra Shapiro as well too, but then he kept kind of looking at the gallery. Now again, this was at a point where Diddy's sons Justin and Christian weren't inside the courtroom just yet, but instead whenever they came inside the courtroom, and again this was after Diddy was already sitting down at the defense table, he looked back immediately, he smiled, he beamed up, he waved at all of her, or excuse me, at his two sons, and just kind of gave them like kind of a little bit of you know, it's a good to see you type of feeling. That's what I was gathering from inside that courtroom. Now again, I want to remind our viewers that when we're inside federal court, again, there's no cameras, which Jesse, I'm sure you have already mentioned that part. But, you know, even for us journalists, with the exception of some who get a special permission of that, we just are relying on a notebook, a notepad, a pen, a pencil in order to kind of take notes to see what is all going on. I can't even take my Apple Watch inside that courtroom whenever there's a hearing. I have to turn that in. I have to turn my laptop in. Of course, I have to turn my phone in. So we're kind of just eye-watching everything that's going on. Now, when Christian and Justin came inside that courtroom, they were actually sitting just right across from me over on the left side of the gallery. So what I was seeing from both of his sons was a little bit of leg shaking, what I perceived to be a little prayer right before the hearing had actually started as well too. But again, I think their focus was maintaining a good face for their father, being supportive of their father, which you expect at this point because they've attended pretty much all of the hearings so far with the exception of that emergency hearing that happened, I believe, back in October now. But then they kind of just stood and sat and just kind of listened to what was all kind of happening. Again, that court hearing was pretty quick. It was about 30 minutes long. I think all of us were kind of surprised that the hearing did last that short amount of time as opposed to last hearing, which was about 2 hours or so. But, you know, as our viewers kind of want to get an inside glimpse of what you see at a federal courtroom, you're going to see the defense table and then you're going to see the prosecution table right in front. So it's not like how we see in normal trials where it's like right across from each other. It's like the defense, it is the prosecution, and then of course you're going to have the judge on the bench, and you're going to have the court sketch artist and the person who is kind of transcribing all of what is going on. But that is pretty much the inside glimpse of what I got from inside that courthouse.
The charges against Diddy are as serious as they come. We're talking trafficking, racketeering, and even allegations of drugging and assaulting people. The lawsuits claim this happened between 2019 and 2022. These accusations have shaken not just his fans, but the entire entertainment world. On the other hand, Jay-Z's lawyer has just made a stunning revelation that's sending shockwaves through the hip-hop world. According to the lawyer, Jay-Z and Diddy are not friends, and this truth has been hidden from the public for years. While they've shared moments of collaboration, public appearances, and have even spoken highly of each other in the media behind closed doors,
give it up for Jay-Z, yo! Yeah! Hey, yo, shut this out. Hey, yo, hold, man. Your home is doing a lot of things, man. Most importantly, he had a recital that he has to be at the Blue. But he reached out to him, and I told him that this right here was important. Bad Boy celebrating 20 years of hits. And this is extended family. You've been there with me through my ups and downs. Yes, sir. Whenever I get in trouble, this is the one I call. This is my strategist right here. This is my brother.
Things are far more complicated than we realized. For years, fans have believed that these two moguls were close allies, two kings of the industry who had each other's backs. But it turns out this friendship was nothing more than a carefully crafted public image. The lawyer's statement is exposing the real tension between them.
I mean, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions. People know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. If you go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case.
Since the lawyer's statement, the rumors have only intensified. Some are suggesting that their supposed alliance was nothing more than a power play, a way to keep up appearances while secretly competing for dominance in the music and business world. With both men holding vast empires from fashion lines to alcohol brands, it's no surprise that their relationship was always more about business than friendship. But what's even more intriguing is the possibility that this was all part of a larger strategy. Did Jay-Z distance himself from Diddy because of a hidden rivalry that's now coming to light? Is this the beginning of a public fallout that could change the landscape of hip-hop and business forever? Social media has completely exploded with this story. Fans and critics are going back and forth, each side passionately defending their position. Some are standing by Diddy, claiming that this is nothing more than a smear campaign by those looking to bring down a successful mogul. Others, however, feel that the truth is finally surfacing, and the man they once admired may not be who they thought he was. While some fans rally behind Diddy, others feel betrayed, unsure of what to believe anymore. With the world watching, the debate only intensifies, with many wondering if Diddy will be able to bounce back, or if the damage to his reputation is irreversible. One thing's for sure, the drama surrounding Diddy isn't just a celebrity scandal. It's become a cultural flashpoint with everyone taking sides. What do you think? Can Diddy recover from this, or has his legacy been permanently damaged? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates on this explosive story.